have I got a story to tell you. So we went to go look at this property, and I'm going to share pictures, video clips, all the things with you guys, and tell me what you think, and then I'll tell you about the journey after. So this is the house here, not the one that Jack built. No, this is the house here. It was about an hour. It was actually like 2 miles over my husband's limit, and he got approval to see this house. So that was the view. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh my goodness. This is the side that you walked in a nice big yard. It had 5 acres. It was a 4-bedroom, 1 bath. Unfortunately, 1 bath. But isn't it gorgeous? There was lots of things that needed to be done, which would be like windows and doors and flooring. Those things needed to be done, but the roof looked good. All the bones of it looked really good. Oh my goodness, can you imagine sipping your coffee on that? I could imagine just sitting in a rocking chair with Azariah sipping my coffee in that area. So we decided this was going to be a playroom / bedroom upstairs, because this is actually upstairs. So this would be a partial bedroom and playroom up here. Can you imagine that? Okay, imagine with me, because I am very good at using my imagination. When I come to a house, I'm already pre-planning things, like how would this work for my family. Let me know in the comments below if you do that as well. So we don't know if the wood stoves work. It's the same setup, same chimney. It was downstairs and upstairs. So the upstairs had a porch, and the downstairs also had a porch. This was the large closet, and what they considered, I think they considered it the master bedroom, but they didn't count it as a bedroom, I don't think. So this is the side attic-y space in here, which was lots of storage area because of the way and shape of the roof. I thought it was good. You'd be able to fit some totes and stuff in there for storage if you needed to. And then there was 2 bedrooms upstairs. So this is one of the bedrooms here, and then the other bedroom over here. The septic was redone in this house in 2021. That was a bonus. Look at the yard. Oh my goodness. So there was an apple tree that we could see on the property, as well as blackberry bushes. So that was nice.
Half dead like ours was.
We were chatting about where the well was and where the septic was, as we were going to sneak peek around the other side. So that's the apple tree, and then the other side had some blackberries and such. This is down in the basement. There was a little storage space here, and then the washer and dryer, water pump looked decent, and then there was another bedroom actually down in the basement. I don't know if it was a bedroom, but a room that was insulated. Not necessarily bedroom, just a formed room rather than a separate area down in the basement. And then over here it was a couple different, it was divided in the basement in one of those. This was the main basement area, and then there was a basement that had a garage door over here. That was another area, and then over by the laundry, and then that room was all there. So this is going up into the living room. So the stairs there go into the living room on one side and the bedrooms on the other side, and then those stairs that you can see there, that would actually go upstairs. So this is the living room here, that gorgeous deck, and then the dining room and the kitchen. So the kitchen was a little bit tiny, but I like the way that it was. Our kitchen now is tiny, but I like the way that it was set up there. And oh my goodness, I was so in love with that. I could just see sitting with Azariah. Oh my goodness, the carpet smelled like wet dog, to the extreme. Both my husband and I looked at each other and were like, okay, we need to get rid of the carpet immediately, ASAP. Before we move in, that carpet is coming out. But that said, we were like, yeah, it's definitely doable. We have done that before. Not a problem. So there was 2 bedrooms, and the bathroom downstairs, one of the bedrooms had a closet. So my goodness, look at the view. Sink. I love a window over my kitchen sink. Are you guys a window over the kitchen sink type person? I kept coming back to here just because I could picture me and Azariah drinking coffee, watching the kids on the little dirt road there. It's Mount Washington, and then Sebago Lake region over there. and then it wraps around to the other side, which is where we came in that door over that side. Okay, so the porch now guys, is you saw gorgeous. What I would consider a gorgeous house. Now I'm going to tell you the story. And I think behind any type of battle with trying to get a house, there's always a story, isn't there? And I'm just thankful that I keep thinking of these weird things. I'm in the Lord's army. So I'm just thankful that I can pray through things and have the Lord just guide and direct me. So we decided with our realtor and the banking that we're using, our mortgage broker, we decided what we were going to put in for an offer. We offered fairly close to their asking price. Let's see, $17,000 less, but they said in the thing that they were very motivated sellers. They were telling my realtor that it was in a trust and their renters had moved out and they just wanted to like get people in there and kind of be done with it. So they said, yeah, that's a good starting point. Let's do that. So we offered that. And within a few hours, they came back. Now, when they first offered it, we had asked some specific questions to them, and they said that they were going to be working on making improvements in the home, and which was true because they had, when we were there looking at it, there was a guy from, I don't know if I can say the name or not, but anyway, he was wearing an orange like vest thingy and was taking measurements from a popular lumber company. And so he was taking measurements for the house. So we said, okay, she asked before we submitted our offer, she asked them, like, where are you at in the process? What's going on? We want to put an offer in within 24 hours. Can you like put a full stop on your renovations? What's going on? And they said, absolutely, we'll wait until the offer comes in and then talk. So we put the offer in, and then they came back with a counter offer. So there was kind of like two options of the counter offer. One was, both of them were above the asking price that they originally had asked by, let me see, $5,000. So one offer was above at $5,000 because now they were saying that there was like newer appliances in there, and that's what they want. Even if we don't want the appliances, those are the appliances that are new, and that's what is coming with the house. And because of that, that's what they wanted, even though it was more than the asking price on the listing. So that was an option. And then they said that they would put a full stop on the renovations of the flooring. But if we wanted to have them go ahead and do the renovations of the flooring, then it would be this other price, which would have been more money, obviously. So I said, well, what kind of flooring is it? That was like a concern for me, because if Azariah is later in a wheelchair, I don't really want carpet downstairs. Those floors that were getting ripped up, I wouldn't really want carpet downstairs because carpet is a pain with wheelchairs. It's just messy. We know this from experience because my other son was in a wheelchair. So I just asked, like, what type of flooring is it? I wasn't super picky about things, but I was just curious and was trying to decide which way we were going to go for the offer. This is literally within like 40 minutes. So then I'm trying to contact my bank because she had kind of evaluated for the price, the asking price, for us, and we knew like what our earnest deposit and everything was going to be. So we already had it set up for the asking price, not for the lower price that I offered. And when it was more, I just had to like make sure with her like what was going on. So I was kind of waiting for her to get back to me, and before she even got back to me, my realtor calls and said they backed out completely. They said they want to fix the home completely and then sell it for, it's going to be close to $100,000 more than the asking price. So we're like, yep, okay. Have a nice day. I cried for a second, you know, because I told the kids, I was like, you know, we're putting this offer in. I think it's good though for the kids to understand the system of how it works in order to buy a house. And I think it's all like learning things. We did not say that we're moving to this house. We just laid it out there like that. But we also wanted to prepare them, because if we were going to close, we would have closed by like 2.5 weeks from now. So it was just a really weird scenario, because she had talked to him the day before as well, and he said, yeah, he had no issue turning the water on in order to have the inspection done. So I feel like if they really were not interested in taking an offer, then they should have like said, no, we're taking it off the market, we're not doing an offer, we just want to put it for a higher price. So it's kind of hard, like kind of disheartening, because I could see myself there with my kids, and it's hard not having a yard. I was just like, oh, my kids will have a yard again. You want to give them, you know, you want to give that all to them. But I'm so thankful, because I'd been praying the night before and praying before this and everything, and just praying that if this was not the Lord's will, that he would make it vibrantly for me. Like, I just needed something to be like an open and shut type thing, not a maybe not type thing. Like, just close the door for me, Lord. And I feel like he did that completely. And I've been praying that since the beginning, and there was certain things that happened, like my husband had asked about getting an exemption for the extra, it was a mile, I think 1.7 miles further than the 40 miles. And so he got an exemption through his work in order to, we did that before we placed the order, what the heck is that called? I've said it like 5 times in this video. Anyway, before we did anything. So, yeah, so we felt like doors were opening, and I think sometimes we have to do that. We have to just take small steps forward and see if the Lord is going to open that door or close that door. And so he was opening little doors and then closed the door. But, you know, we learned and we grow and we become shaped as people and individuals, like when we do this. So, yeah. So not this house, although it was beautiful. I think we're planning a couple trips. My husband needs to use some of his time off, because they get time off, and then some of it can get transferred to the next year, but then some of it can't. And so we thought we were going to take some time in September, so that, because once you get in further to like November, December, then lots of people want to take time off. So we thought that we would try to take some time in September. So we have to do that. I mean, I might like kind of look, but I think we're just going to be like in prayer over things, and maybe like gently look at things. Yeah, and not make any decisions until we come back anyway. Like, not look at anything really until we come back, unless the Lord shows us something different. So that's that. That's our journey. I hope y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. The kids aren't feeling well. They all have like a head coldy thing. Azariah's okay though. He had a fever last night of just 99, but now today he seems like he's doing okay. He also, I think, is teething. He's been drooling a lot. I must see him real quick. Where do you want to live? Any place with my mama and my family sounds good. Want to turn your head back? You want to live with mama? And your dada? And your brothers and your sisters? Sounds good? Okay. We'll do that. Okay, bye-bye.